relay. Don't want to focus. Silly daft camera. Not a lot else on that one. The black capacitors. That's about it, mate. Right. Bit of an accident yesterday. Oh, this tantalum, look. Unless the camera focuses in, you can't really see them. But there's thousands of them in there. Look, they're really tiny as well. Thousands. The whole of that jar got smashed here yesterday. You like that? All over the show. So there I was, picking them up like an idiot. Couple of bits of brass, put a little brass pot down there, look. Put these bits of brass in there. A little bit of alley. Alley heatsink. And then we've got these little copper, are they diodes? The copper pins, little copper part, bits going there, and then these to save up, a little pot under there. Fill up jars. You've got jars for everything. That's all my chips and my little goldy contacts, all mixed up. I've got lots of them. Lots of them in my yard, which I can't keep an eye on. Oh, look, there's another little jar full there that's got to go up there. Crystal oscillators. Start a new jar. There's some gold ones in there. So these got a tiny amount of silver in. Every now and again you get these gold ones with the gold legs. Estonian Scrapper knows all about them, because I think that's his thumbnail on his channel at the moment. Who knows? I think it is one of them. Bit chilly today. Contacts are going good. Look at that little lot. There's gold and silver in there. The gold ones are the tiny ones. That Snobby's been sending me a few. Snobby Scrap Picker, lovely bloke. I don't even know if we're allowed to be mentioning other people, are we? These are my little gold pin collections. Look at that glittering. Beautiful. Save up loads of them. Do you know, I'm even OCD that I save all my screws, all my tiny ones anyway. But you've seen all this, haven't you? You know, I don't need to keep showing you, do I? I even keep tiny nuts and bolts, because I do make stuff every now and again, and it's just nice to be able to reach to a pot and get a little nut and bolt. Nuts and bolts. These are my relays. That's not a relay, is it? So I've got to nab the old gold pins out of there. So they go in that pot for now. And in this pot is when I pull stuff off, depopulating the old circuit boards. The bits just go in there, and then when I'm bored, I'll just go through all this and nab all the copper out. Go through it all. Look, there's a bit of alley again. Copper diode. I think they're diodes. Can someone correct me on that? Yeah, there's a little copper plate with a ceramic in it. Just like that one, look. Fingers and thumbs. More gold, look. My gold pins. I know it's only very thin, but hey, I'm a scrap man. Scrap man come pirate. Arr, pirate. I like to keep my treasure. I don't care if it's not worth anything. I do it because I want to. See, I collect all these lovely things. Look at that, look. I like that one, look. Don't normally see them in clear resin. If I get the light to catch on that. It's quite crazy. It's like a little fish tank. Like a little TV, look. Yeah. There's more of these. That's copper plating. It's just been tinned. But underneath that tin, it is copper. So I think these would have to go through a mill to be crushed up to get the copper out, which probably isn't worth doing. But I'm sure if somebody's got a few ton of these, they'd give me a couple of quid for my little tub full, wouldn't they? I suppose that is the best way to break down circuit boards, really. To send them through a mill. You can use acid and all sorts of stuff to try and, a little bit of brass. That's a leaf in there. You can use different acids to melt away different types of metal, and then you end up with your precious metals. I keep all the fuses. I've got pots and pots of fuses. But what I started doing is I just got these, look. They're pretty smart. Like little nail clippers. I save all these up. You can see in a little jar the little capacitors. The camera don't give this stuff justice. But I've got a bit of an arty dude as well. I like making stuff, and I've got something I want to make out of these, which is going to be pretty cool. Might do a video, I might not. Depends on how my brain is. If I fried it or not. I don't take illegal drugs, just on the old medication. Different reasons. Getting old. So I'll sit there and sniff out all the little capacitors. Now I do believe when you're stripping circuit boards, it's taken me years for me to start getting the hang of this, but when you look at them, they're all numbered, yeah? So you'll have an R, I imagine that's a resistor. Resistor, and when you get a capacitor, it's a C. Or am I totally wrong? Because I know that's a diode, right? But you do get the black and the white capacitors, tantalum capacitors, but I know that's a diode and that's got a D, so that would kind of help you somewhat trying to find what you're actually trying to collect, because you can have all your tantalum capacitors, which is quite a common one for people to collect. I think it just follows a fashion. I see other YouTubers collecting that stuff, you know, talk about values and rarity, and then they start collecting it themselves, and it ends up becoming an addiction. I used to be out in the truck all day long, but I'm not at the moment. Shut up, Dan. Now these little bits of plastic over there ain't no good to man or beast. So a little fuse holder with brass. See what I do, look, you see that? I'm not going to mess about trying to get the plastic off now. Just goes in the pot. A little bit of iron. Like I said, this isn't to make money, it's to keep my mind busy. Now I think there's I've actually stabbed myself in the hand before. It kind of went in there. I think that was in one of my videos. Not that I did it, I told you about it. I was going through a bucket of ammo, but I was nabbing off a bit of circuitry, a component off a circuit board, and went in there, went between the bones, and it come out here, and that was in quite a way. Just trying to find the screwdriver. I think I've actually melted the bastard down. Oh, I swore it was about that long, and it was like that. So it was in my hand quite far. But hey, it healed up quite well. Relays, love them. Inside the relays, you'll know what's in there. Get your little silver contacts, but you can get relays that are huge. That I've seen a few people stripping them down. I like these little ones. And then what you do get, you get some absolute tiny little things. Oh, look at that, look. That's a relay. And the smaller they are, generally, tells you what type of metal's in there. So these big ones are just going to be silver. But when you get down to these tiny ones, you'll find that they're gold in there. Yeah, look, that's one broken open. You get your little copper coil there, little silver contact on the end. We snip them off and put them in that jar, like I said. And these are easy to get this bit of copper off. Side snips. Leave your steel bar in there, leave your back plate on. I normally get that off first. Do that till it cracks. And then you just pull your copper out until it goes like that, and it ends up a mess. But generally that can come off quite tidy. There you go. My little, what's that, 5-6 grams of copper. I think it's great. I love separating these different types of metal. And then you can push out your little steel rivet. I haven't got a pot for steel at the moment. A bit weird, but hey, it's nice when it's here. Plastic. I think that's copper in there. That looks like the old the motor out of the thing that turns the water on and off on the back of a washing machine. So imagine there's a copper coil in there. You normally have an electrode running through it. Is it called an electrode? So you kind of have a hole in it like that, and it would be a valve that shuts off. So I think that is actually a copper coil in there. Quite weighty as well, so imagine there's metal in there. And there you go, that's your backing plate off that little relay coil. And your little iron pot. I've actually got a cup of tea out here, look, with the bag in. Oh yeah, lovely. Lovely, lovely. So there ain't much more we can take off of this. These resistors, that's just a capacitor, and it's got the K on it, which I've heard people say if it's got a K it's tantalum, but I don't know. I'm still learning, because I've never done scrap this small before until only a few years ago. Normally that would have gone in a barrel and I'd grade it, same as all my copper, my brass, my iron. I was running truckloads of iron in every day, working 7 days a week, until the mental health got hold of me and totally messed me up. Oh, look at these lovely little fuckers. Oh, that's a big time swear. Can I actually beep out the swearing, or have I got to delete the video? I don't think I can edit. Not on my phone. So them little capacitors, just save them. Iron pot's getting in the way. So what I normally do is just sit here and you're in your little zone. Right, so I've done 1, 2, 3, and then I'll go back and go 1, 2, 3. You know you're not missing anything. So look, these are tiny little relays. So I'll have all them off. That's that's Ali Milo, I think they call that, don't they? Horrible stuff. Don't want to start dismantling that. There's more than 5, 6 there, look. Get back up there. What I've done, I've shortened one of these handles. Well, I didn't shorten it, I tried using it with a hammer the other end and it went into the handle further. And then just put a little chisel end. So it's a lot sharper. When it's short you can control it better. Just get it under the relay and give it a little twist to the side and it pops off. I was going to do this video live. Something stopped me. Might be because I'm going to end up sticking a screwdriver through my hand, and I didn't want to horrify everyone with my silly accidents. I can see you all cringing, so am I. Mind your hand, Dan. What are you trying to do to yourself? A little anvil there, look. Where's my silly little hammer? You'll love this hammer, look. Ian Matthews wouldn't have one like that. It's a little claw hammer, look, for a kid. It ain't, is it? It's... Jeez. Oh, mate. What's that on there, look? That's a magnet for holding the nail. What? How would that work? I've got a little jar here full of nails and I can't even find them because there's so many jars. There we go, look. 3-inch nail. So how the hell would that work? Really? I suppose it starts it off so you don't bang your finger. Look at that. Jeez. Is that called a lady's hammer? Oh, protect your thumbs though, wouldn't it, eh? Thumb protector. I shouldn't be so sexist, that's really rude of me. But that is such a... That's Rolson. There you go. But anyway, we've got this little hammer for the little workbench for my little relays, which makes life a bit easier sometimes. So have I got the patience to snip off all of these? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10. Bit of brass on there as well, look. Only a wee bit, but might as well have it off. Stick it in the little pot of brass. People say it ain't worth it, but once these jars are full up, this is quite a medium sized one. These are little jam jars, although it's taller, that's kind of a little one. There was over a kilo in there. So these little bits, when you mess about, so what's a kilo of copper at the moment? 4 quid, 3.5. So it's a no-brainer. There's 5 or 6 quid there, fiver. I say 4 quid at the least, but there's over a kilo, so you are talking more 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know whether to be letting it go again though, that's the thing. Well, if anyone's got this far into the video, I congratulate you, because I don't think I could sit here and watch me for this long. Like I said, I was going to do this live. Look, I've put my jars away, now I'm lost. So there's nothing else really I want off of that. What have I been doing? Messing around with this one little board for 5 minutes. But it's kept me busy in the mine for 5 minutes. And that's all it matters, really. Look at these ones, look. I used to be fascinated with this stuff as a kid. They've come a long way now. They're a little bit more, what do you call it? A little bit more detailed, everything's smaller, everything changes. That pot's nearly full up. Hey, look, we've got a little tantalum capacitor. Tell by the dome shape, it's got a little plus there, positive and negative, and the mustard colour, the infamous mustard colour tantalum capacitor. Unless you're talking about the little MLCCs, tantalums. So look, tantalum mustard. It's like I should get a little mustard pot to put them in. That'd be quite cool. So there's a nice green. I've still got to teach myself the value of a capacitor. So this has got like a maroon, a green, a bright red and a gold at the bottom there. The gold, I've learned enough to say the gold goes at the bottom. These are values of the capacitor. I can't remember what the colours mean, but each capacitor has got different colours. And it's crazy, and they all mean something. But it doesn't tell you what's inside them. There's all sorts of different metals inside those. But that's it for that little bit. Nice copper wound there, which goes in a big bucket that I've got over there. So we just snip these off. Little copper wounds in the ceramic. They're magnetic, them little ceramic blocks. Those are hoops. And do you know what? You guessed, I've got a jar full of them as well. I do some artwork with these and it does come up looking really retro, you know. There's some beautiful bits out there. Who'd have thought it? Look at these. They're beads, aren't they? They're beads. They do get a little bit of that kind of lacquer and cement on them. So you try and pick out the clean ones. But it's generally the same colours, and I like them colours together. They do work well. So you can get them as big as that. And I've even seen, well, I've scrapped loads of them, but you get the real big ones like this. I forget what they're in. What are they in? Are they in the APC battery units for computers? I think you get them in wireless communication. A big transformer, but it's not this type of transformer. It is that sort of thing. which is a resistor, isn't it? Like a variable resistor. It's got to be a resistor, isn't it? Transformer isn't a resistor. So is that a resistor or is that a transformer? I don't know. Where did I clip it off from? It's got a P. So it means nothing to me, mate. How long has this video been going? 25 minutes. Like I said, I was going to go live, but I didn't. I just thought I'd have a little mess about and do this one. I'm going to shut this down, might go live later. Alright guys, catch you later.